you, I'd like you to imagine a big, beautiful door. And if you would, describe the door for me, if you will.
It has a rounded top, and it's made of light.
Amazing. So there's a big door, and the top of it is rounded and made of light. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, very nice. And the door is going to open, and I want you to tell me which direction the door is opening, towards you or in.
In.
That means you're supposed to go inside. There's someone inside who will guide you. Once again, are you ready to go inside?
Yes.
Did you go in already?
Yes.
I know you did. Very good. And who's there? You may be recording now. I forgot we weren't going to do a long induction.
It's Archangel Michael.
Oh, very good. Welcome, sir. Welcome, Archangel. Well, today you're here. He has a message for you, so let's just receive his message first, because he knows what your intentions are.
He says, "Welcome, dear one. We are here to show you around today.
I heard the first part. What was that again you said?
We're here to show you around today."
Oh, very good. Ask him, is it possible that could he start with showing you heaven, or what we humans call heaven?
Yes, he says yes. He's taking me to what looks like a window.
Ah, beautiful. And could he explain what we call it heaven? But could he? What is it? What is heaven really?
Yeah, he says it's home.
Oh, very good. And in this window, can you see the window?
I see the window.
What does the window look like?
It's bright, colorful lights coming through. Everything's really vivid in colors.
Excellent.
I see grass and flowers.
Is this through the window?
Through the window, yes.
And ask Archangel Michael, what does this window represent?
It's so I can understand that I'm already there.
Oh, very good. Very, very good. You had a desire to understand Aeon. When you came the other day and we mentioned Aeon, and we understood Aeon to be original light, could he elaborate on what Aeon actually is for you then?
So he says it's like, it's like fingers of God, and we're connected to God as a part of God.
So when you say fingers to God, God molds things with his fingers, doesn't he? And creates things. Is that a metaphor?
So I it's yes. It's kind of confusing. Um,
And take a long, slow, deep breath. Inhale deeply. And feel the relaxation move through your body as your consciousness expands. And I want you to speak loud and clear. It won't disturb you in any way. You're totally safe and protected. So does being Aeon represent the hand of God in a sense?
yes.
And does it represent its creative nature?
Yes.
Oh, very good. And did you have any a say in or did you have any participation in the creation of the planet Earth, of
Yeah.
Gaia?
Yes.
And what did you do? What was your contribution to the creation of Gaia? Loud and clear, please.
Um, I was with some others that I got to help choose where oh where the I keep hearing beauty, where the beauty with the flowers and the foliage, where on the planet that got to go.
So did you help create them or design them or just place them where they went?
I also help with creating.
Oh, very good.
Picking the colors and how they looked. It's funny. Like if they were smooth or rough or the textures too.
Excellent. And were you even involved in the area of the planet that they would go, where it's really hot, where it's cooler, and that type of thing as well?
Yes, it shows that when I helped with deciding that, it was like God's finger would touch that part of the earth and it would just magically just turn into all these beautiful colors like painting.
Oh, beautiful. Very, very good. And is there any, out of being a part of that, uh, uh, the hand of God, being a part of the creation of, and have you done that just have you just done it here on the planet Earth, or have you done it on other planets throughout the universe?
There's a blue planet. I helped with the blue planet. Um, Different shades of blue.
Is this in the physical universe?
No. I am hearing no.
Very good. So then go ahead and ask, is it in what type of universe is it in? I know there are infinite numbers of universes, but since that one came up, is it an energetic, interdimensional?
I don't know what it's called, but what is it called?
I'd just like you to ask Archangel Michael. He'll tell you.
It's energetic. Humans, they can't see it.
So it's a much higher vibration than 3D, obviously.
Yes.
Oh, very good. And is there with you having that background, is there something on the earth as you manifested, as your expression is Stacie, that you could be using those experiences here, or that background, your background? How do you use that as a human being, that experience? Or is it meant to you for you to use it? Loud and clear.
They show me gardens, planting. Um, they say that I have done it also, planting and helping the beauty around
Is that
me.
just in this? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Is that just in this linear expression as Stacie, or have you done that in other expressions of yourself here on the planet and what you consider other lives?
Other lives too. I a lot of gardening, a lot of planting.
Is it something that it would be beneficial for you to do even in this lifetime, or would it just be one of those things that'll get you into a really beautiful space?
They said it makes my soul sing.
Oh, very good, very good. Maybe futuristically, once you get that house built again, you'll have a beautiful garden around it. Could you foresee that?
Yes, I talk about it a lot.
Excellent.
Yes.
Very good. How many lives have you lived on the planet Earth as a human? Archangel Michael will tell you.
I hear 122.
122. How many have you ever been here as a plant or a fauna?
Yes.
What were you?
Uh, I was a rose bush, but I was very big, and the person took really good care of it. Um, it was in like a park and in the shape of a heart. That was trained in the shape of a heart.
Ah, beautiful. That heart is your symbol, is it not?
Yes. Yes.
Excellent. And out of the 122 times that you were a human, how many times were you female? Curious.
About 60.
And were the rest all male?
Yes.
Ah, very good. And does that have anything to do with how many times you're male or female? Does that influence you in any way when you take a physical expression? Is there supposed to be a balance?
They wanted me to see the other side. They wanted me to know both sides.
Okay, very good. That is pretty balanced. I just thought about it. 60 and 60 is 120.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't thinking. I'm like, Hank, if you take 60 away from 120, okay, very good. Very, very good. So you're very balanced then, are you not?
Yeah, interesting.
Oh, very good. What made you choose? Why did you choose to come to the earth in this particular lifetime?
I keep hearing my mom. My mom.
What is your contract with your mom? What was your intentions? Please ask Archangel Michael. He'll tell you directly.
My mom asked me to come.
Oh, beautiful. Are you and your mom close?
Yes.
Were you working on anything in particular that you two had a desire to experience with each other? Or did she just have a desire for your energy signature to be as close as possible?
She needed me here this time. um,
She needed you here.
mm-hmm.
And could you elaborate on the reasons why? Because you had a desire to know what your contract was with your parents. Is it for stability, for support, were you working on something?
To help her confidence, help her grow.
To help with her confidence. What is your connection with your mom before you physically manifest?
It feels like we were sisters.
Okay, you said it feels like. Every time I ever ask, because you have an archangel there,
Okay.
I'd like you to ask them directly.
Okay.
And it keeps your mind out of it.
Gotcha.
You don't have to do any work whatsoever. Just ask, just
Okay.
receive the question, just receive the answers.
She's a little sister.
She's a little sister, and a little sister from another life expression or experience, previous experience on the planet Earth.
Yes, but also elsewhere.
Where were you before you came to the planet Earth? Or what were you? I mean, were you another species or? Either angelic or extra dimensional or extraterrestrial?
Well, right before this lifetime, I was in heaven.
You were in heaven. Very good. So you were an angel then, is that correct?
It's like a light being.
Light being. And here's the question. Is everyone on earth an angel, or we use the word angel, but is angel the same thing as a light being?
So Michael says the angels, except there's exceptions, but Michael says the angels have not been in a human body, but there's a couple exceptions.
Oh, very good. Very, very good. But you're just connected to the angels in terms of, are you an angel, a messenger of the angels?
Yes.
Oh, very good. And okay, very, very good. So in your energetic body in heaven, Your mom was there, and she says, okay, I'm going to go down, and I have you desire to be my daughter. Will you come with me to help boost my confidence? Because, what, you're pretty good at handling life on third dimensional life from your experience?
Yes.
Oh, good. And then what about your dad? How does he come into the contract? Always ask Archangel Michael.
Okay.
And take a long, slow, deep breath. Inhale deeply. And feel the relaxation moving through your body. And before you answer any more questions, Stacie, or you get any more answers, I'd like you to look over to the side and you'll see a beautiful table with a gorgeous goblet, a crystal goblet. Can you see that?
Yes.
And if you keep looking at it, the content in it will start to glow. What color is it glowing?
Purple.
Ah, very good. I'd like you to go ahead and to taste that and drink it. It'll really, really raise your vibration, and it'll calm you down. And I want you to tell me how it tastes. I think I've heard it tastes amazing.
It's kind of like peaches.
Do you like peaches?
Yeah.
Oh, very good. And how does your body feel now after drinking it?
Lighter.
Oh, very good. I actually like for you to look at yourself and see what you look like. What is your form? Look at your hands and your body.
There's lots of light rays. And
very nice.
It glows and it ebbs and flows.
Very good. So you're in your light body then, huh?
Yes.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. And Stacie, how does it feel to be in heaven?
It feels good.
How does it feel to be in the presence of an archangel?
Very awing.
Most people are like the energy so much they can't even take it, but you seem to be a champ.
He's very big. I'm very small.
Interesting, very nice. But there's a lot of love coming off of him, is it not?
Yeah.
Does he have like a masculine feel about him, or is it pretty androgynous? How does it feel to be in that energetic presence? How do they feel, sort of?
He feels masculine. He feels very protector.
Does he have his sword with him?
Yes, on his right side.
Awesome. Is it big?
Well, it's almost as long as from his waist down, and he's really big.
Awesome. And his form, has he taken a form for you? Does he look like Hercules or something?
He has really wide shoulders, but it's like a glowing light. It's
okay, understood. Beautiful, beautiful. Can you still see the window?
Yes.
Oh, very, very good. And you're feeling much more light, more energetic.
Mm-hmm. Vibrating.
Okay. Have you ever, before you came to the earth, you're in heaven. And once again, I ask, what about your dad? What was the contract that you had with your dad before you before you manifested Stacie?
He was my big brother, my older brother. We were all siblings.
And this is in another manifestation where, so your mom was your little sister.
Yes.
Your dad was your big brother.
Mm-hmm.
And you say this was on Earth or on another planet or in another dimension?
On Earth.
Oh, okay. And so you guys decided, okay, we're going to go down again, and this time we're going to. And what was the reason that you and he decided to come as father-daughter?
I don't know.
What about Archangel Michael? Did you ask him, or are you trying to? He'll tell you.
I think I'm afraid to know. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I think I'm afraid to know.
I'd like you to take a long, slow, deep breath. You came here brave and deciding to do this with Hank. And you wrote a list of questions, and this was one of them. It's not going to hurt you in any way. Look at Archangel Michael. And I want you to ask everything through Archangel Michael. If you try and go into and start thinking you're going to get into your left brain and just pull yourself right out of this, you can handle it. Ask Archangel Michael, can you handle the truth? And just see what he says. Because I think you have a little fear. He'll say, darling, it's not what you think. You may want to know.
Okay.
What's he say?
To learn to love.
To learn to love. You guys had a little bit of tumult comes to my mind in your relationship then. Is that correct?
A little
in this lifetime?
Turmoil.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm.
Okay, we don't have to go into details. It's understood. But you're gonna have to get to a place of forgiveness, though.
Yeah.
Look at Archangel Michael and say, yes, is that correct?
Yes.
Later on, we'll figure out exactly why, because sometimes things happen and they don't make any sense whatsoever, and then you're challenged to be your highest self. That's a real big, huge challenge, huh?
Yeah.
But you have what it takes, or it never would have happened. I want you to look to Archangel Michael and ask him directly.
Yes.
And I want you to forgive him right now. Forgive right now. Because you asked, was there anything that you keep getting hung up on? Did you have any type of experience as him as your big brother, and that made you not want to forgive him? Or did you have some type of problems with him in that past life? Archangel Michael will tell you.
Yeah, he
It's okay. We don't have to share any of this. Do you hear me? This is all for you.
he left
This
us
is all for you.
family to go fight something, but he didn't get to come back.
Just relax. No one can see the tears falling on your face. Just Larry, and he loves you unconditionally. This is all for you. It's all for your healing. And it's for you to release, to see it for what it truly is? Is Archangel Michael allowing you to see it for what it really is?
Yeah.
And do you see the benefit of this?
Yeah.
Excellent. 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 So, what is it that you keep getting hung up on? I'd like you to repeat that loud and clear. What are you getting hung up on?
What do I keep getting hung up on?
Because when you get hung up on something, you end up repeating it. But you choose to repeat it. You're not forced to. Because you think the next time you can handle it and you'll be able to make your challenge.
People keep.
Don't worry about your tears. Let them fall. No one can see them. I can't see them from here.
Okay. People keep dying on me, leaving me here.
I'd like you to ask for Hank to come forward. It's just one at a time. If Hank's sis can come forward while you're there in heaven, and let me know when Archangel Michael brings him forward. Has he come forward?
Yeah.
Now, the most important part is, do you see now that he still exists?
Yeah.
And I bet he's with you all the time, isn't he? His love is with you all the time, isn't it?
Yes.
And the barrier is thin. You can't see him, but he's still there and he still exists. I want you to think he's in Hawaii and you just don't have a boat to get there. Now he has a message for you. It's a message. Go ahead and receive Hank's message. He'll explain. And I want you to share it because you're recording this. For you.
He said he tried to take me with him, but he didn't realize it wouldn't work.
But as he got sicker, you became stronger. How did he try and take you with him?
The last week he was alive, he wanted me to walk with him.
So were you working with him while you were sleeping?
No, I remember we were standing up and he was holding really tight on to me. And he said, "Let's go." And he was walking, but he was walking in place. And he was holding really tight.
It's okay. And was this a psychic experience on the ethereal level?
It was physical and psychic for him. It was both for him. And it was physical for me.
Because you said he's walking in place but not moving anywhere.
Yeah, physically he was, but in his mind's eye he was walking to heaven.
Were you with him when he passed?
Yes.
Very good. And ask him, why did he go? He'll tell you. He has a beautiful, perfect explanation. It's very important that you hear him and listen to what he says.
He had to ready for his mom up there because she needed his help.
Had she passed yet?
No, but she did later that year.
And he wanted to be there for her when she arrived?
Yes.
Do you understand that?
Kinda.
You know there's no accidents and no mistakes.
Yeah.
I want you to turn to Archangel Michael while you're still holding Hank's hand. And I want you to ask Archangel Michael, why? Just put it to him, why? Did he call you dear one?
Yes. They said they needed him there. And they said that I wasn't finished and I needed to meet Larry.
So the plan worked out perfectly.
Yes.
And I need you to really take another long, slow, deep breath and really think about all the information that you're getting. And look at him. He still exists. He's still there. He's just not here. But he still exists. And he's happy too, isn't he?
Yes.
He looks good too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He has a message for you. I want you to receive Hank's message. It's another one.
He says he's sorry it hurt so much.
Beautiful. Do you forgive him? It's okay. Do you forgive yourself? I need you to forgive yourself right now. Make better sense now? Very good. Much easier for you to release?
Yes.
Not get hung up on it anymore? Not to keep internalizing it, thinking that it was something that you did? What about Scott? Could you ask Hank to bring Scott forward then, please? Scott H. He's there already, isn't he?
Yeah.
How does he look?
Making me laugh.
Give him a big hug. 13 years. That was wonderful. Give him a hug. What's he saying?
He said he misses me. He said he's sorry. He said he was quite an ass here. Yeah.
Ask him, why was he like that? What was the purpose of that? What was the purpose of the life with you two? What did he say?
He said we were supposed to learn together. We grew up together.
Oh, very good. But I want you to look in hindsight now to see really from the vantage point that you are, how much the relationship like that made you strong and helped form who you are today.
Yeah, he says he made me sassy, scrappy.
compassionate and forgiving.
Yeah, so
And
I can
unconditional.
understand other people that had to go through that.
And all those things were in your best interest, weren't they? Because look at you now.
Yeah.
I want you to look toward Archangel Michael and say, is there anything that we go through on the earth that we can't handle?
He says, no, dear one.
He said, and we chose it all even before we got there.
Mm-hmm.
And even in the midst of it, it seems like it's such a challenge and that it's so hard. But on the outside, when we are looking at it from the other side, it was a really good thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't kill you and made you stronger.
At times it felt like it was going to kill me.
But yet, here you are. There they are. Group hug. Group hug. I want you to thank them for coming forward and sharing and giving you an opportunity to love them and forgive them. Thanking them for the blessings that you couldn't even see them as because they were blessings, as hard as it may have been. But I want you to see the love behind it, because they chose before you even got here to be how they were, because that's what you desired to make you who you are today.
Scott's dancing. Oh my gosh.
Can he dance, or is he clowning?
Oh, he's not a good dancer. He wasn't a good dancer here either, but it's super funny.
He's trying to cheer you up, huh?
Yeah.
Very good.
That's funny.
That's a lot of love, though, right? Now, I want you to look at both of them and see how your relationship was before you literally came into the earth plane. What relationships did you and Hank and Scott have before you to make a pact to come in and do what you guys have done while you were here? What was your relationship before this? Archangel Michael will assist.
Scott had something to do with music.
What about Hank?
Hank, it was like unconditional love.
Very good.
Yeah.
The reason why I wanted you to ask or to look back into you guys' past is so you can see that there's a real connection there, and there was real purpose in those experiences. Does that help you?
Yeah, and Hank has it's very father feel. Scott was more more childlike, about having fun.
Very good. And when you were battling cancer, were you ever close to death at all? Ask Archangel Michael. Repeat that.
Yes, twice.
And did you ever pass and decide to stay on when given the option? Loud and clear.
The surgery, I visited. I left to visit.
Loud and clear. It's okay. You left to visit whom?
I left to visit heaven.
Did you speak with Archangel Michael or who?
With God.
Oh, good. Did God give you an option to stay or come back?
Yeah, he gave me an option.
And you chose to stay?
Yeah, yeah.
How many times?
The second time I didn't go all the way.
And when God gave you an option, did he show you, and I want you to relive that experience, did he show you your future and what the future held for you?
Yeah, I don't see that he showed me, but I heard that my daughter needed me.
Ah, beautiful. And you made the right decision.
Yeah.
It's very good to tie all this up, is it not?
Yeah.
Very good. And when when you had that experience of meeting God, is that when your psychic mediumship began, or did it begin since you were a little child? Did something open up within you when you made that visit to heaven?
Michael says that it reopened. I had it when I was young, but I closed it off.
Did it go dormant with just being a human and learning to be human, or growing up? Or did it scare you and you like, oh?
I was afraid it would hurt other people and scared me.
Very good. But now you'd like to be able to open those doors wide open and be in control over it and receive the gift. Is that correct?
Yes.
And to do that, would you then begin channeling?
He says
Could you use that gift to channel?
Yes, he says I have.
And what does Cthulhu have to do with this gift of yours? What is your connection to Cthulhu? Ask Archangel Michael, he'll tell you.
I worked with him in a past life.
A past life on the earth?
Yes.
In what capacity?
What was that? What? So it feels like that someone would speak through me. Who?
And who is Cthulhu to you? Or who was Cthulhu? Since you're in a higher vibrational space, I would love for you to give a small testament to who Cthulhu is. From what you gather from that high vibration from Archangel Michael, and from what you know as your third dimensional aspect or expression as Stacie.
He was on Earth once. Very wise. He taught people.
And were you there with him when he was on the earth?
Yeah, I'm sitting in his class.
Very good. You were a student of his. And so now, as Stacie, do you feel drawn to uh, channel him and to bring his message forward? Is that what you're supposed to? Or is that a purpose?
He says I'm supposed to refer to his past teachings to help me with channeling, but it's not necessarily his channeling him.
Oh, very good. That's very important to know. So but is it meant for you to become a channel for the world? Is it one of your intentions or purpose? Archangel Michael, he'll share.
Yes, for the collective.
Oh, very good. And when you're channeling, which you mean channeling verbally out loud, or via your paintings, or how would you channel? How do you channel this message of love?
It says multi-ways. Multi-ways.
Excellent. But what would, very good, continue. I'm sorry.
One is writing.
What do you think the best way is for you? What would you desire to do? Stacie, do you think you'd like to channel verbally out loud?
Yes.
And ask Archangel Michael, is that in the cards for you?
Yes. He says
And
deep meditation. Deep meditation to accomplish that.
oh, very good. And doing sessions like these sessions that you're doing with me today, does this help make that connection?
Yes.
Very good.
He says I have a hard time turning my mind off.
You used to have a hard time turning your mind off, but every day you're getting better and better, aren't you?
Yes.
As a matter of fact, it's not hard to turn your mind off at all now. I think now that's all you have to think is angel kisses, angel kisses, angel kisses. Very good. I want you to send some major gratitude towards God, toward Hank, and toward Archangel Michael and the entire company of heaven. And I want you to receive it back. Very, very good. So what other ways, how can Stacie help with the awakening of Earth? What is the best way, or the way that she intended? Is that why she came here to the Earth besides working with her mom? Is she here to help awaken the planet with her gifts? Archangel Michael will answer this one. Loud and clear.
Yes, it's a side job that I do.
So being a support for your mom is one of the major things, but then on the side, helping with the awakening.
Yes.
And how important is the side job in the grand scheme?
The side job is very important to raise the vibration of the earth. The earth needs love right now. And I'm one of many. One of many, he says.
Oh, very good. So, what is your main purpose then? Of being on the planet?
Um, I'm stepping up to the role. There's
Beautiful.
um, uh, there's some folks here that do similar what I do, but they won't be here forever, and I step up to that role.
Understood. And what role would that be, please? As?
Showing, um, connecting people to heaven, um, being the communicator.
Excellent. Helping with this planet as it goes through this transition. Is the Earth transitioning right now?
Yes. He shows me like shock waves around the earth. It's like shock, it hits and it's like a wave.
And is this shock wave coming from the galactic central sun? Or the center of the... Or from Prime Creator?
It's from how do I just say, from here on earth with us that are helping raise the vibration, and
Okay.
when it connects with what's coming down from above earth, and it hits together and it shockwaves around the earth, and together it makes a bigger impact.
Oh, beautiful. So Stacie is involved with this. She's one of the ones, so the sort of the receivers.
Yes.
And then it ripples out like waves on the pond.
Yes.
On the planet Earth.
Yes.
This is a very significant role then.
Yes.
Excellent. When Stacie is sleeping, and I'd like you to ask Archangel Michael, what is she working on councils, extra-dimensional or extraterrestrial councils at all in any way?
Four of them.
She's working on 4 councils. Could you please share which councils those were, if by name, if possible, just to give her an idea of the work she's doing?
I have the honor of sitting in to hear the choir of angels council
Oh, beautiful.
is one.
I think Hank listens in on that one too.
Yes, I think he was in on it from the beginning too.
Beautiful.
The other one, they look different.
Are they extraterrestrials? Or you say they look different in terms of form or energetic signature or what?
Like they have scaly skin.
So would you consider these extraterrestrials? Ask Archangel Michael, he'll tell you.
He says yes.
Is this an advanced reptilian race? A benevolent for sure?
He says yes.
Were you ever an reptilian in one of your expressions before? Is this how you come to be on this council? Or are you just working with the council?
I think once I was there once. It it feels very masculine.
Very good.
They
These
they
are,
they all feel very masculine.
and what about the other two? Well, that particular one with the scaly skin, I want you to ask Archangel Michael, do they have a name? So you can associate with for later. And very good. Long, slow, deep breath. Receive his message. There you go. Nice.
It almost sounds like Octarian or something like that.
Okay, Arcturian. Are you familiar with Arcturians at all?
Not really.
Okay, very good. Actually, could you ask one of the Arcturian council members to come forward, please? Just for a brief communication.
It's kind of scary.
I'm sorry?
He's a little scary, intimidating.
That's okay. You're in the presence of Archangel Michael. You see him standing there with that big sword?
Yeah.
No fear whatsoever. And I'm sure this is a positive being. I want you to just send love to the being and feel what comes back to you.
He has a
Nice,
really deep voice.
Very good. And I would like you to speak loud and clear. What is his message for you?
He says that they like how I can help raise the vibration with beauty and love.
Is that what the focus of these Arcturian are? Or this particular Arcturian council?
They're a subset of the main council, he says.
Very good. And so the main council would be... like the Arcturian High Council?
Yes. They're the council I help with is smaller, more specific on on love.
Oh, beautiful. Well, if anything you'd want to be involved in, that would be the one. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. I'd like you to thank him very much for coming forward.
Thank you.
Can you imagine? I'd like you to look at yourself and see yourself while you were in that form. And look at your hands. What do your fingers look like?
Like they're really long and skinny. Almost like, oh, weird.
How many fingers?
I think there's 7. They're really...
7 on one hand?
Yes, and they're really long.
So 7 on one hand and 7 on the other. 14.
They're really long and skinny.
And what about your body? How tall are you?
I'm tall, but not as big as him.
Oh, very good. And I want you, there's a reflection over to your right, almost like a mirror. I just want you to look at yourself in this form and tell me, what does your head and your face look like, please?
It's elongated. Um, it's very high in the back.
Your skull?
Yes.
Does it sort of remind you of those Egyptian hieroglyphs like the Anunnaki?
Yes.
And what about your facial features?
It's like a narrow chin. Um, but my skin is not. It's not. It's not like a human color.
What color is it?
It's like greenish, bluish. It's like
Still beautiful?
different.
Excellent. Excellent. I want you to go ahead and focus back on the council member. Was he the head of the council there, of the smaller group there?
The assistant.
Oh, the assistant. I'd like you to just thank him for coming forward and let him know you're very great. You have a lot of gratitude.
Thank you.
Very good. And he'll just sort of step back. And what about the other two councils that you're involved with? I know you're with the Arcturian Council, a subset of that, the Angelic Choir Council, and there's two other councils that you're involved with.
The Blue Planet.
The Blue Planet, yes. And may one of the council members, or even one of the council members, come forward to communicate with you then.
She's female.
It's a female. Very nice. And how does she look? What is...
Oh, funny. She kind of reminds me of Star Wars. She's blue. She has like two, I don't know what they are, almost like an octopus legs, but like up on her head there's like two of them.
Amazing. She has a message for you.
She touches my forehead.
What happens then? Is there a reminder? Do you get images? Or remembrance? Long, slow, deep breath, inhale. And slowly release. And what happens when she touches you?
Just a lot of love. A lot of love.
And who is this particular blue entity? What's the name of do they have a name?
It's almost like she's saying mama something.
I want you to turn toward Archangel Michael and just ask him, how's your body doing?
I think I need to take a break.
And I want you to see Archangel Michael still standing there with those big wide shoulders.
Yes.
And that sword. Now look at the sword. The sword looks like the sword in the middle of the planet, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's big.
Is it a diamond sword, a big blue diamond sword?
Yes.
And how does that blue flame and that violet flame look swirling around it?
It's amazing.
Had you not noticed that before?
No, I didn't notice, but yeah, it's definitely not earthly.
Beautiful. And I have a question. When he spoke to you, did he refer to you as dear one?
Yes.
I kept hearing it, and you never said it, and I was like, is he calling you dear one?
Yes. He uses that term when I do readings for others too.
So was I making that up by saying that he was saying dear one, or?
No. No.
I mean, I know I heard it, and
Yeah.
I was like, she's not saying that. That's why I asked, did he say that?
Yes, he does.
Okay, very good. And I want you to just focus on him, and I want you to look over. Do you still see the window?
Yes.
I want you to walk over to the window, and I want you to look through it now and tell me what's on the other side of that window.
There's grass with flowers, bright, vibrant color. And the flowers sing.
Beautiful. And you know, the chorus, we were speaking to that the choir of angels, the council of angel choir.
Mm-hmm.
Who was that? Could you say that again? Who that was? There was a council. They called it a choir of angels. I guess they consider themselves a council as well.
It's like a choir. So what?
Is that where your messages are coming from for the people you work with? Yeah. I'm curious.
Yes, they show me like this string that's attached from me to them.
Oh, so you're like a phone line.
Yes.
And then every time someone comes forward to have a session with you,
yes,
the answers
and
are given via the choir.
They speak as a collective, but sometimes sometimes one will step forward to speak for specific messages.
Okay, very good. And we wanted to ask about Larry. Maybe the angels in this choir could tell you. What is the purpose, you and Larry's purpose? Because obviously, even Hank knew that down the line, Hank Sisk, not me, knew that you were going to connect with Larry way back when.
Yes.
And he sort of stepped aside to make sure that happened, which is a very noble thing to do, even though he had a desire to take you with him. What is the important purpose for you and Larry to be together?
It's funny, I see fire and ice. Huh.
Excellent. And once again, you know how I am. I'd like you to either ask the choir or to ask Archangel Michael and let them tell you. You don't have to do any work here today. You just get to be the telephone line. What messages are you receiving about Larry and you and your purpose? Take a long, slow, deep breath and feel the relaxation moving through your body. You are getting sleepier and sleepier and sleepier. You are going deeper and deeper and deeper. The sounds in the room are starting to fade. A loving connection is being made. Feel all tensions flow right out. Flow right out. Release all fear. Release all doubt. Feel. Feel the flow of love coming into this place. moving you deeper and deeper into a secure, sacred place. You are comfortable, safe, and protected. You are honored, acknowledged, and reflected. Feel a beautiful wind coming up under you, picking you up and carrying you through a beautiful portal of beautiful white light, and it carries you to the perfect site. And as you land, there's a beautiful door. Beyond that door, there's a little bit more. And as you land, I want you to tell me, what does this door look like?
It's the same door. The light.
Oh, very good. This particular door has an entity that is totally tied with earthly affairs, totally tied to personal earthly affairs. And it is an angel, but he's all business. It may be a she, it may be even androgynous. But I want you to tell me, which way does the door open as the door opens now?
It actually opens in towards me.
Oh, very good. So they're going to come out, and if you look over to the side, there's a sort of rather business-looking chair, 2 chairs, and a small table in the middle. Who comes out first of all?
Shamuel.
Jamuel, very good. And I want you to welcome Jamuel. And let's go ahead and let's take a seat. Can you see where you can both sit?
Yes.
And I think if you put your hands up on the table, he'll probably take your hands in his hands. Does that happen?
Yes.
Oh, very good. And I want you to first of all receive the message. There's always a message.
It says, very much loved, dear one, and trust yourself.
And trust yourself, is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, very good. And I want you to send them gratitude for taking this appointment, so to speak. You and Larry own a mine that you had a desire to sell. And you had a desire to know if it would sell before the year ended.
It says it could.
Is there anything that you two are possibly doing to hold back on the sale? Is there some type of connection, like you love the ground so much, or is Larry so connected to it that he's not really totally committed with his heart and soul? His mind says yes, sell, but is there anything holding you back, either of you, from letting that happen?
Memories, dreams, hopes and dreams.
So what is the best way to get beyond that? If you sell it to the right person who will honor your respect for the place?
Yes. Important for Larry to visit.
Ask him, is it in your best interest to sell or to let go of? thinking that you need that money.
The cell helps many.
Repeat that again, loud and clear.
The cell helps many.
So it does help. So it's in your best interest to do so?
Yes.
Do you think you would end up selling it to someone that you know or already know?
They're distant to someone we know.
Oh, very good. And with the proceeds from that or the profit, do you think that you're to open up a spiritual center? Is that in the cards for you to open up a spiritual center?
Am I supposed to open a spiritual center? Yes, in 3 years.
3 years, very good. And is this the people who you were saying that would be helped by the sale?
Some of them.
Okay, understood. Could you elaborate on how the people will be helped? Is that important?
It will release Larry.
Oh, very good. And that is a good thing?
Yes.
Excellent. And the ayahuasca retreat. Should your spiritual center be an ayahuasca retreat? Or is that just something that you two should experience?
Yes, but not yet.
Yes, but not yet. That you two should experience it?
Yes.
But not yet? Oh, very good. And what about in terms of opening an ayahuasca retreat? Is that a good idea, or the spiritual center, would they be one and the same or something different?
It would be an invite to bring on occasion to have ayahuasca available on occasion at the spiritual center.
Oh, very good. And in terms of shaman, somehow of late you two have been really drawn toward either becoming shaman yourself, or what is that pull? What is that connection that you have with the shaman?
That is for Larry.
That he would become one?
He's to study.
Ah, very good. And you're going to lead him down the path. He's going to be led down the perfect path to make that happen?
Yes.
Very good.
He's to study. I've done that before in another life. But they want me more to focus on the angelic realm.
As a spokesperson and a channeler
Yes.
of their love and information?
Yes.
Very good. But you two doing what you do together will be very harmonious, will it not?
Yes, we will work together. And it shows different people come forward that need a little of both, but gravitate to one or the other of us.
Ah, very good. Diversity is good. Well, it's good in terms of some people are drawn to different things, and you already stated that. You know, in your family, the family members that you have, are any of them in the same pod 2 days ago you did a session like this with Hank, and you saw you and Hank in pods, like, and I said, and Hank said, you guys were peas of a pod.
Yes.
What is a pod, or what is your, what does a pod represent for you? He'll tell you.
There are multiple pods that we're all connected. There's like, it's almost like these little bubbles all the way around, and we're all connected to the higher source.
Okay. And are any of your family members from that pod? Or just yourself?
Can you show me?
And when I say your family, I mean your daughters, your daughter-in-laws, Larry, your immediate family.
My littlest sister.
Your youngest sister, very good.
Yes.
What's her focus in that pod? What does she, how does she, what is this pod of people? Are these all still the fingers of God?
Yes.
And what's your sister's responsibility, or her gift, or her designation? Your younger sister, your littlest sister.
It's something to do with sound.
Like the different sounds that the animals make, like bees and crickets and that type of thing. They'll be specific. They'll ask that. They'll tell you
about the animals.
The sounds that the birds make.
No.
Okay.
It's like the wind and the ocean and the stuff you can't see, but you can hear it.
Oh, very good. So does the sound? Ask your younger sister. Maybe her energy will come forward, and ask her: does the sound of the wind, the invisible wind, have an effect on, we'll say, humanity?
Yes, it increases the faith that God is there.
Because you can't see it, but yet you know there's something there.
Yes.
Because the wind howls, is that correct?
Yes, and you feel it, and you hear it.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And what is the best way for you to help your daughters? Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Your biological daughters and your stepdaughters. Please.
My daughter, my biological daughter,
you're really concerned about, just being the best mom, the best example that you could possibly be for them. And so you had a desire for any Beautiful advice, loving advice.
It's like helping her to stand on her 2 feet. How do I do that?
And Stacie, when you asked me to get this answer for you, what were you thinking in terms of how you could help your daughters? And I want you to present that question to this guardian angel in that way.
Okay.
Are they still holding your hands?
Yes.
It's very nice, huh?
Yes. It's so sometimes I have to step back. And I am doing what I'm supposed to do.
Because they have free will and they also have life plans.
Yes.
And you have to have faith in the divine plan. They're safe and protected.
Yes.
Does that help you to understand that?
Yes.
Very good. Very, very good. There's really one last thing that Stacie had a desire to actually visit the future and ask, is she willing, are they willing to give you a glimpse of the future? Maybe 20 beyond the ascension of the earth, when we've shifted into the fifth dimension.
Okay.
Are they willing to guide you?
Yes.
Very good. And have you both stood?
Yes.
And I want you to go ahead and keep holding hands. And tell me, how are you getting there? Is there a portal opening up or what's going on?
We just went straight forward.
Flying. Oh, good. And you're going to be there in a count of 5, 4, 3, halfway there, 2, almost there, and 1. Where have you been brought? Where are you now? Ask, what year is it?
What year is it? 2044.
2044. And I want you to look at yourself. What do you look like in 2044? Always look at your hands first.
I think I'm pretty old.
Are you glowing?
Yeah. I think I'm still a light being. Are you a light being? I think I am.
Did your hands all of a sudden start looking young again?
Yes.
Did you think just because you went forward in time that you would get old and automatically you just felt you'd be old?
Yes.
I knew that. But you're not old at all, are you?
No.
You have some years on you, but you're still looking pretty good, feeling pretty good, huh?
Funny.
Awesome. And I want you to just look around. Where are you? What are you standing on, first of all?
It's like a marble floor. Like it's white. Like stone.
Beautiful. What are you wearing?
All white. A gown.
Excellent. And just look around the space that you're in and go ahead and, as this jet passes by, tell me what is where you're at? Just describe the place, the space you're in.
Um,
Long, slow, deep breath. Inhale. Slowly release.
it's the spiritual center.
Your spiritual center?
Yeah.
Nice. What do the ceilings look like? I can see them, but I want you to tell me.
Like a dome.
Yes, they're arched, aren't they? Very good. And go ahead, and it's good to know that you've been doing good, obviously. And are there people there?
In the other room. It's full.
And what's taking place in the other room?
Singing.
Oh, nice. Sounds beautiful. What? Can you hear the song? Can you hear it?
I can hear the song. I can't hear the words.
Could you hum the melody, please?
It's very beautiful.
Excellent. Excellent. I caught it. I hear. Very good. Very good. So you've done well. And what about your kids, your children, your grandchildren? I know they're there somewhere. I want you to just focus on them, and you'll see them where they are.
Yeah, they're
Very nice. And what are they doing?
helping, helping with the center.
Are they adults?
He's grown. Yeah.
Beautiful, huh?
Yeah.
You have any grandchildren there as well?
That is my grandchild.
Very good. Male, female?
He's male that I have now, but there's also another one, female.
Do you have any of these grandchildren yet in your expression as
Yes,
Stacie?
just one so far, the male.
How does he look?
Very handsome.
Good guy too, huh?
Yeah.
What about them? You guys are all fifth dimensional. Is he glowing as well?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let's go outside. I want you to tell me, what does it look like outside? I've heard tell, but I'd love for you to tell me.
The colors are more vivid. The sky is so blue. Bluer than now.
What about, do you have a garden there? I want you to go to where the gardens are.
There's roses everywhere.
Where is Larry at?
He has a gown on.
Excellent.
He's talking to
What's
people.
he doing?
Talking to people. Anointing someone.
So he's sort of looking rather shamanistic, huh?
Yes.
I just made that word up. I don't know if it's just a real word.
Yes. There's a line of people waiting to see him.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Is there any technology around you at all?
Hmm. The center is very simple.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And what about in the air? Do you see anything flying or anything like that? Like any type of transportation? Just curious.
Um, well, it almost looks like where the vehicles to get there.
I apologize.
That's okay.
A big plane flew over here.
um, the
What did you see?
the vehicles that they use to get there,
Uh-huh.
they don't appear to touch the ground,
Oh, they're hovering.
but there's nobody in them. They're just sitting there, but they don't appear to touch the ground.
Wow, would you like to take a ride in one?
Okay.
Well, let's just go ahead and get in and I don't know where you are. You're probably somewhere in the country, huh?
Yes, we're away from buildings.
Ah, very good. Would you like to be adventurous?
Sure.
Okay. Once you get inside, and there is no driver, you could probably just tell it where you desire to go. Is that maybe?
Yes.
Uh, where else would you want to go? Let's say New York City. Just say New York City and see what happens.
New York City.
Does it start to move?
Yeah, we just went straight up.
Oh, wow. And tell me when you get there.
We're already there.
Wow. How do you think how did it get there? You say it went straight up, and then did it come back down and you were there, or?
It was like we just appeared there. We just went up and then it just like opened up something and we were there.
Oh, very good. I'm wondering if that was my suggestion that got you there that way, or?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It almost was like a camera lens opened and we were there.
Beautiful. 2044. And what does New York City look like just while you're there?
Still busy.
It's not busy?
It is busy, still busy.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people, but it doesn't feel as rushed. It feels slower.
Excellent.
And it doesn't
Sense of
have
happiness?
Yeah, not the anger and the intensity.
Hustle and bustle and grind.
Yeah, it feels slower and happier.
And I know you guys were wearing robes, and maybe those at the center. What are people wearing, just out of curiosity?
It's like a lot of people have like white pants, but they're loose, like linen.
Mm-hmm.
And loose shirts, kind of a similar style to the shirt I have on. Nothing's real tight.
Very comfortable, huh?
Yeah, more relaxed.
Is the majority of people wearing white, or are there colors? Anyone wearing colors?
There's colors. Like earth tones.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and just go back to the spiritual center. And this time, I want to just say spirit. I want you to say spiritual center, and I'm not gonna say anything. I want to see how you get there.
Spiritual center, please. It's almost telepathic. or I don't know what you call that. Like I just traveled with my mind.
Within the vehicle?
I think I didn't even need the vehicle.
Ah, very good. You teleported.
Yeah, teleported. That's it.
Oh, very good. Very, very good. So I say your fifth dimensional abilities are totally on at this point, huh?
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
I'm able to talk to all of the people there at the same time, but not talking. That's pretty awesome.
Perfect. Very good. Most excellent. Are you ready you have all of your answers to every question that you ask.
Who's president in 1924?
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good. There's a blue planet. I helped with the blue planet. Um, different shades of blue.
Is this in the physical universe?
No. I am hearing no.
Very good. So then go ahead and ask, is it in what type of universe is it in? I know there are infinite numbers of universes, but since that one came up, is it an energetic, interdimensional?
Um, I don't know what it's called, but what is it called?
I'd just like you to ask Archangel Michael. He'll tell you.
It's energetic. Humans, they can't see it.
So it's a much higher vibration than 3D, obviously.
Yes.
Oh, very good. And is there with you having that background, is there something on the earth as you manifested, as your expression is Stacie, that you could be using those experiences here, or that background, your background? How do you use that as a human being, that experience? Or is it meant for you to use it? Loud and clear.
They show me gardens, planting. They say that I have done it. Also, planting and helping the beauty around
Is that
me.
just in this? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Is that just in this linear expression as Stacie, or have you done that in other expressions of yourself here on the planet and what you consider other lives?
Other lives too. I a lot of gardening, a lot of planting.
Is it something that that it would be beneficial for you to do even in this lifetime, or would it just be one of those things that'll get you into a really beautiful space?
They said it makes my soul sing.
Oh, very good. Very good. Maybe futuristically, once you get that house built again, you'll have a beautiful garden around it. Could you foresee that?
Yes. I talk about it a lot.
Excellent.
Yes.
Very good. How many lives have you lived on the planet Earth as a human? Archangel Michael will tell you.
I hear 122.
122. How many have you ever been here as a plant or a fauna?
Yes.
What were you?
Uh, I was a rose bush, but I was very big, and the person took really good care of it. Um, it was in like a park and in the shape of a heart. That was trained in the shape of a heart.
Ah, beautiful. That heart is your symbol, is it not?
Yes.
What Aeon actually is for you then?
So he says um, it's like fingers of God, um, and we're connected to God as a part of God.
So when you say fingers to God, God molds things with his fingers, doesn't he? And creates things. Is that a metaphor?
Is that a metaphor? So it's yes. It's kind of confusing. Um,
And take a long, slow, deep breath. Inhale deeply. And feel the relaxation move through your body as your consciousness expands. And I want you to speak loud and clear. It won't disturb you in any way. You're totally safe and protected. So does being Aeon represent the hand of God in a sense?
yes.
And does it represent its creative nature?
Yes.
Oh, very good. And did you have any a say in or did you have any participation in the creation of the planet Earth, of
Yeah.
Gaia?
Yes.
And what did you do? What was your contribution to the creation of Gaia? Loud and clear, please.
Um, I was with some others that I got to help choose where oh where the I keep hearing beauty, where the beauty with the flowers and the foliage, where on the planet that got to go.
So did you help create them or design them or just place them where they went?
I also help with creating.
Oh, very good.
Picking the colors and how they looked. It's funny. Like if they were smooth or rough or the textures too.
Excellent. And were you even involved in the area of the planet that they would go, where it's really hot, where it's cooler, and that type of thing as well?
Yes, it shows that when I helped with deciding that, it was like God's finger would touch that part of the earth and it would just magically just turn into all these beautiful colors like painting.
Oh, beautiful. Very, very good. And is there any, out of being a part of that, uh, uh, the hand of God, being a part of the creation of, and have you done that just have you just done it here on the planet Earth, or have you done it on other planets throughout the universe?
Yes.
Excellent. And out of the 122 times that you were a human, how many times were you female? Curious.
About 60.
And were the rest all male?
Yes.
Oh, very good. And does that have anything to do with how many times you're male or female? Does that influence you in any way when you take a physical expression? Is there supposed to be a balance?
They wanted me to see the other side. They wanted me to know both sides.
Okay, very good. That is pretty balanced. I just thought about it. 60 and 60 is 120.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't thinking. I'm like, Hank, if you take 60 away from 120, okay, very good. Very, very good. So you're very balanced then, are you not?
Yeah, interesting.
Oh, very good. What made you choose? Why did you choose to come to the earth in this particular lifetime?
I keep hearing my mom.
What is your contract with your mom? What was your intentions? Please ask Archangel Michael. He'll tell you directly.
My mom asked me to come.
Oh, beautiful. Are you and your mom close?
Yes.
Were you working on anything in particular that you two had a desire to experience with each other? Or did she just have a desire for your energy signature to be as close as possible?
She needed me here this time.
She needed you here.
Mm-hmm.
And could you elaborate on the reasons why? Because you had a desire to know what your contract was with your parents. Is it for stability, for support, were you working on something?
To help her confidence, help her grow.
To help with her confidence. What is your connection with your mom before you physically manifest?
It feels like we were sisters.
Okay, you said it feels like. Every time I ever ask, because you have an archangel there,
okay.
I'd like you to ask them directly.
Okay.
And it keeps your mind out of it. Gotcha. You don't have to do any work whatsoever. Just ask, just okay. Receive the question. Just receive the answers.
She's a little sister.
She's a little sister. And a little sister from another life expression or experience, previous experience on the planet Earth?
Yes, but also elsewhere.
Where were you before you came to the planet Earth? Or what were you? I mean, were you another species or? either angelic or extra dimensional or extraterrestrial?
Well, right before this lifetime, I was in heaven.
You were in heaven. Very good. So you were an angel then, is that correct?
It's like a light being.
Light being. And here's the question. Is everyone on earth an angel, or we use the word angel, but is angel the same thing as a light being?
So Michael says the angels, except there's exceptions, but Michael says the angels have not been in a human body, but there's a couple exceptions.
Oh, very good. Very, very good. But you're just connected to the angels in terms of, are you an angel, a messenger of the angels?
Yes.
Oh, very good. And okay, very, very good. So in your energetic body in heaven, your mom was there and she says, okay, I'm going to go down and I have you desire to be my daughter. Will you come with me to help boost my confidence? Because you're pretty good at handling life on third dimensional life from your experience?
Yes.
Oh, good. And then what about your dad? How does he come into the contract? Always ask Archangel Michael.
Okay.
And take a long, slow, deep breath. Inhale deeply. And feel the relaxation moving through your body. And before you answer any more questions, Stacie, or you get any more answers, and in front of you, I'd like you to imagine a big, beautiful door. And if you would, describe the door for me, if you will.
It has a rounded top, and it's made of light.
Amazing. So there's a big door, and the top of it is rounded and made of light. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, very nice. And the door is going to open, and I want you to tell me which direction the door is opening, towards you or in?
In.
That means you're supposed to go inside. There's someone inside who will guide you. Once again, are you ready to go inside?
Yes.
Did you go in already?
Yes.
I know you did. Very good. And who's there? You may be recording now. I forgot we weren't going to do a long induction.
It's Archangel Michael.
Oh, very good. Welcome, sir. Welcome, Archangel. Well, today you're here. He has a message for you, so let's just receive his message first, because he knows what your intentions are.
He says, welcome, dear one. We are here to show you around today.
that again, you said?
We're here to show you around today.
Oh, very good. Ask him, is it possible that could he start with showing you heaven, or what we humans call heaven?
Yes, he says yes. He's taking me to what looks like a window.
Ah, beautiful. And could he explain what we call it heaven? But could he? What is it? What is heaven really?
Yeah, he says it's home.
Oh, very good. And in this window, can you see the window?
I see the window.
What does the window look like?
It's bright, colorful lights coming through. Everything's really vivid in colors. Like
Excellent.
I see grass and flowers.
Is this through the window?
Through the window, yes.
And ask Archangel Michael, what does this window represent?
It's so I can understand that I'm already there.
Oh, very good. Very, very good. You had a desire to understand Aeon. When you came the other day and we mentioned Aeon, and we understood Aeon to be original light, could he elaborate on